Today's video we are going to talk about named function in DataWeave. So let's get started. So this is the definition of function. So what is function? A function is a reusable block of code that performs specific task and it returns a value. So we have seen in this definition that a function is reusable block of code and it can perform a specific task and it returns a value. Let me talk about the syntax of function. So this is the syntax of function where you need to use fun keyword to define a function, and then you need to provide a function name. The function name could be anything. Then you can specify any number of parameters. Then this equal to and one expression. And we have one another syntax as well. So this syntax returns only single value, and this is the syntax which returns an object. So once you define the function, then you need to call a function in order to use, right? So this is the syntax to call a function. You just need to specify the function name and then pass the argument matching to the function definition. If you have defined like function with two parameters, then you need to pass two argument. If you have defined a function with single parameter, then uh, then you need to pass only one argument. So the next question is when to use function. So first is when you want to reuse the logic, then or you want to reuse the code, then you can use function, and it also help us to avoid code duplication. So let's understand function with the help of an example. Okay, so this is a function I have created that is in header part of this DataWeave script. So the name of the function is greet. As you can also see, we have used a fun keyword, and I have defined function with one parameter. So after that, this is the body of the function. Here what I have done, I have just like appended, or you can say concatenated one string with this parameter. So the output is hello. Sure. In this in the body of this DataWeave script, I have called this function, right? So what I have done to call this function, I have just used the name of the function and passed one argument, that is a string, right? So that's how you can define a function and specify and call a function. And I have mentioned it you have already seen in function definition that it provides reusability. So how we can reuse uh, I mean we can achieve reusability. So you can see here in this example, I have called this function two times. So you can call any function any number of times, right? So that is how what is happening here. We are reusing the code. Let me show you another example. So this is another example where I have defined one function with name add. What it is doing, it is adding two numbers, right? So here I have called this function. So to call this function, you just need to write the name of the function. As you can see here in this definition, we have specified two parameters. That is why we are passing two argument. So these are the argument, right? So 10 and 20 will, like 10 will go inside A, 20 will go inside B. So after adding one A and B, we are getting 30 as a result. So you can see here this add function is performing a specific task, that is addition of two number. So you have seen like how to define function, how to call function, and how we can achieve reusability. And you have seen like a function used to perform a specific or any particular type of task, right? Next, let me show you. This is the example where this function returning an object. So you can see this is the syntax. So what I have done, like see the name of the function is just get user, and I'm calling this function and passing two argument. One is the name or string, second one is number. So this name is going inside this name variable and the 7 is going inside this is variable. And see this is the syntax when you want your function to return a function. So you can see here in this output section that it is returning an object. So that's it from this video. I hope it will help you to understand this function topic in DataWeave. We'll see you next video. Till then, bye bye.